Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Chiefs coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive sixth Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all the way when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Oh, what a move. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Like, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the unit.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bucker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino. Another superstar made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On first down, it's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. Here's Hardman to return. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This 2nd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's Juwan Taylor, the right tackle. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. We are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 38 yards. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're one football. What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 41 yards. And the Niners are on the board here in this Super Bowl. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Samuel. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Able to power through. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 29.
78 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That ball caught. It's Rice. Through the middle of the field.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Ray McCloud to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Looking for the end zone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Purdy.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come upon halftime in the big. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's Samuel, caught left side, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Purdy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. McCaffrey. Oh. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are back within a couple of the lead. Purdy will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points. Yeah. But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Thank you.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
140 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Purdy. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That's taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 5. A minute 16 remaining. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Mahomes to throw it. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes will throw. And his throw is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And I don't think he got there, no. Just showed by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And to find the open man, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Mahomes. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.